Hello friends, this is Computer Networks class 4. In previous class, we have learned the error detection technique. Now here we will learn error detection and correction technique. There are two methods for error detection and correction technique. The error correction is done by the receiver ends. There is 2D parity and Hamming code. In 2D parity, there is a matrix of m into n block, m into n rows and columns, in which m minus 1 rows and n minus 1 columns, where m and n is a data bits. Here, to give an example, here is a 15-bit data which is plotted in matrix, and there is a parity bit which is balanced by parity even bit parity. Here the even number ones, that's why it's 0. So in this way we will balance all data bits and parity bits. Now the receiver will receive this matrix. Now if the receiver receives corrected bit balanced parity bit matrix, then it will accept the matrix. But what happened if the receiver will receive the error or corrupted data, corrupted transistor matrix? Then how the receiver will process that matrix? Let us take one example with 1-bit error. Let's here we see here this is 0, but why if any case it will corrupted and the bit will change from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Now the corrupted matrix receiver will receive to balance that string, balance that matrix. Is that if the receiver receive that matrix, then receiver end will process the matrix and find and check the parity bits are balanced or not. So in first row, there is an odd number of ones, but in parity bit there is a 0. So the receiver will conclude this is a corrupted bit. So how the receiver end will correct this bit? So in case 1, when there is a corrupted bit, so receiver will check all the rows and find in which row the parity bit are not balanced. In the same manner is done by columns. In the first column there is balanced parity bit, but in the second column there is a odd number of ones, but parity bit is 0, so it is also corrupted bit, corrupted column. Here when the receiver process the matrix, it will found there is a cross section of row and column where the bit is changed or corrupted. So the receiver end will change the parity of that corrupted bits. The same things can be happen in different cases. Now 2-bit error. Now in 2-bit error, same method will follow. The receiver first check the parity bits are balanced or not. If the parity bits are not balanced, then receiver will found the cross sections of the rows and column where the parity bits are not balanced. But drawback of this 2-bit parity, 2D parity, it will only correct single bit error, because there is only one case 0 or 1 where the after changing the parity bit it should be corrected. But here there is 2-bit error in which there is 4 possible cases. One possible cases is this, which are already in matrix, but other 3 cases are available, but the receiver not able to find from other 3 possible cases which one are the correct case. So the 2D parity is not able to detect 2-bit error. Receiver will detect all single bit error. In case of burst error, not able to detect. In burst case error, receiver will be able to detect burst error but not corrected. Now the Hamming code. This is a single bit error correcting code. 2D parity is also a single bit correcting code, but Humming code is also. For Humming code, both transmitter and receiver will agree with the same parity protocol. Okay. In Humming code, there is a m bit of data and an r bit of parity bit, so the code length will be m plus r. Now here, with example, the parity bit plays at 2 to the power I. Here, this is the data, our data, which this is a D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. These are our data bits, and R0, R1, R2 and R3 are the parity bits. In Humming code, we place the parity bits at 2 to the power I means 0, 1 place, 2 place, and the 4th and 8th place we put the parity bits. So the number of parity bits required for m number of data bits, if we have m number of data bits and r number of parity bits, we should follow this formula. To find the number of parity bits should be placed in the given data. The minimum code length is 3. If we send a data of a minimum 1 bit, we should have code length of 3. Here, R1, R2 are the parity bit and there is single bit data. If we want a single bit of data, the code length should be minimum 3. Here the table for the number of bits we want to send. If we want one bit of data, we need to be 2 bit parity bits, and total number of length will be 3. If 2 bit of data, there should be need of 3 bit parity bits, and 5 there should be a length of code will be 5. Even and odd parity, we can follow here the even and odd parity both, but we should have to follow even parity. Here the example, R1, R2, R3, R4 are the parity bits, and D1, the D series is called data bits. How we balance these parity bits by using data bits? Here R1 is the place at one's place. So all odd number of places, odd number of places where the data is, we include these bits for the R1 place parity bit to balance. To balance R1 parity bits, we should follow 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 odd placed data bits. And for R1, there is a 2. So we have to use this chart to balance the parity bits of given data. Here the D0 is a parity bit, is a data message bit where 3 place created by using R2 and R1. R2. Here R2 is a parity bit. D1 is a data bit. For picking the 5th place, to make a 5th place, we should have to use R2 parity and 1 R0. So R0 first place parity bit to the here the data bits 6 to check which parity bits will affect these bits. For this is a 6th place, so we need to be a 4th place parity bit and 2 place parity bit. For D7 there is said to be a need of 4 place parity bit, 2 place parity bit, 1 place parity bit. So this bit is affected by these 3 types of parity bit. These 3 placed parity bits, this and this one. Check one. So let's check one example. Here the given data is this. This is our given data which we want to transmit to the receiver, and we should follow the even bit parity. Now we have to generate the Humming code. To generate the Humming code, we should follow the formula we have learned. This is a formula minimum number of parity is required. We place this in the formula. There is a 4 number of message bit. There is a 4 number of message bit. If we place 3 here, then 4 and 3 is equal to 7 and greater than 2 to the power 8, 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. So the condition is true. So there is a 3 bit of parity bit. 3 parity bits should be required. And the place in which parity bit is placed at 1st place, 2 and 4th place parity bits are placed. And other than this, place 3 position, 5, 6 and 7 message data bits are placed. How? Now these 3 places are the parity bit places. Now we have to balance the parity bits for 3 place message bit. We have to follow parity bits to balance first bit parity. We have to here we should have to balance this parity bit. Here is a R1. For R1 we should consider these place parity bits, these place data bits 3, 5, 7, 9. 3 is 1, 2, 1, 3. These 3 bits place we considered for R1. For this we should consider this. Here we count the number of ones, 1 and 2. So there's ones are already balanced, so we place 0 here. Now for R2 second place parity bits. For R2 we should follow this. Here for R2 there is we will count the number of ones in 3, 6 and 7 place. 1, 2, 3. There is a 3 number of ones. So this is a odd. So we make it even. So we place 1 here. Now for R3 we will consider 5th, 6th or 7th or 8th place. From the number of ones in 6 or 7 place, there is 1, 2. There are 2 places which are even number of ones. So we place 0 here. Now our string parity bits are now balanced, and the result will be a humming code, generated humming code of length 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 length. It's the humming code of 7 code length, in which there is 3 parity bits and 4 message bits. There is another example. Follow the same method here, then we get the humming code. Now the test cases. In case 1, if the receiver received the string, binary string, humming code binary string with no error. Then second case, if the receiver received the string with single bit error. Now if the receiver received 1 bit error, string, here at 7th place, this bit is corrupted. Now how the receiver will process the corrupted bit? Here at 7th place the bit are corrupted. Now the receiver will check the all parity bits are balanced or not. How the receiver will identify the bits are corrupted or not? Here the method is same as follow. Here for R0, this R1, we will consider all odd placed message bits. Here the 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So that we count the number of ones at these places. 1, 2, number of ones 1. There is only one number of ones. There is odd, but here parity bit is 0. This parity bit are not balanced. So this is a wrong parity bit. and same R2 we have to follow 3 at the 3 place. There is 1 once, then 6 3, then 6 7 3 6 7 and then 10 and 11. Now count the number of ones. 1 2 3. There is 3 odd number of ones, but here the parity bit is 0, so this parity bit is also corrupted. Now same method follow for R3. After that, the receiver will conclude that there are 3 parity bits are unbalanced. Now to correct the string or received binary string, the receiver will follow the methods. Here the receiver will make a binary string of all parity bits. Here these are parity bits, and if the parity bits are corrupted or unbalanced, then it plays 1 1 1. R0 R1 R2 are the corrupted parity bits, and 0 is a not corrupted parity bits, or this is that not balanced parity bit. From this parity bits, it will create a string which is 7, means that at 7 place the bit are corrupted. So the humming code, the receiver ends the humming code, it will change the bit of at 7 place. Here the string we created by after parity bits, unbalanced parity bits. Here is the parity bits, those showing unbalancing. These are the parity bits showing unbalancing in the string. After that we get a 7, which then place at which the bits are corrupted, the single bit. Here after correcting, the receiver will receive the error-free code. In case 2, there is a 2-bit error. Transmitted code word, there is a transmitted code word, this is corrected code word, and the receiver end there is a corrupted code word. Here we see that this at this place and this bit are corrupted bits. Okay, now same method, the receiver will check the bits parity bits are balanced or not, and find which parity bits are not balanced. After that, the receiver will create a string of, here the receiver will make a string of all parity bit and place was which is a unbalanced parity bit. Here after that, receiver will get the position of corrupted bit. The position is 2. After correcting that position, the receiver will get the string, this string, but we see that the string is not same as the transmitted string. So if the receiver accepts this string which is not a character, which is a corrupted string, receiver will receive corrupted binary string or corrupted data, corrupted frame, and this is a drawback of the humming code. Here if the error is more than single bit, then humming code can't detect it and accept the string wrong string. Now the analysis of humming code, it is a single bit error correcting code. It can only correct single bit error code. Here the maximum length of humming code should be 2 to the power r minus 1, 2 to the power is the, where r is the number of parity bits. If there is a 3 parity bits, then the maximum length should be 2 to the power 3 means 8, 8 minus 1 is 7. There should be a 7 length maximum length coming code. Maximum data bits, if there is a 2 to the power r means 8 bit, means from 8 bit there is a r parity bits, and from r parity bits there we should have to minus 1, because we have included 8th place also. Code rate. Code rate, we have, for code rate there is a total number of length, this message of parity bits, there is total code length, and what is the number of bit of data bits. If we have 7 number of code length, code 7 length is 7, and which there is a 4 bit data bits. This is the code rate of code for 7 length code.